I feel like our opponent read our witch main orb and got sad. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what happened. Because he like paused when it went on the stack, like, what? Uh, always yes, always yield. Always yes, always, whoops, sorry. Yes. Then grab 2 more mountains. Deal 12 to him. Summoner's Pact, sure. Reclamation Sage, well, that does something. The opponent can have a number of cards and we just lose now. Okay. Like, he's got a, am I just dead? I guess I'm just dead, ain't I? I should have cast a Beast Within on a Valakut in response to the Witchbane Orb. Is that how that works? Yeah. Oh well. It's only the 3rd time playing this deck, so I am very bad. Yeah, I guess I could have won if he didn't have a land drop. If he had a fetch land, we were dead anyway. So if we had a fetch land, we were dead anyway. If he had a Primeval Titan, we were dead anyway. If he had just a number of cards, we were dead anyway. I don't think this stuff's good. But yeah, I definitely potentially punted that game. We'll never know. Oh crap! I'm not supposed to have this elf. I forgot. Potentially punted that game. We will never know. Maybe I want Direct Sage. What would I want it over though? Direct Sage and Beast Withins? That seems like a lot. May or may not have punted that game. Who knows? This hand seems terrible. Alright. This hand seems much better. Hopefully nothing is on top of the library that I want to keep. Because that'll be disappointing. Opponent's at 5. This card seems useless, and I guess I kind of want to keep this card, so... Yeah, we didn't draw it, so I guess it didn't matter. Alright, well... I guess I want a Stomping Ground? We have 5 lands if we can just, like, you know, not be dead. I've often wondered why more of the decks didn't play Colony Heart. I think Colony Heart's a really good card. Wonder if I should have just killed the Colony Heart. Probably should have just killed the Colony Heart as well. Yeah, not killing the Colony Heart seemed bad. We couldn't because the Primeval Titan was on top of our deck and we didn't want to shuffle it away. We mulliganed and we knew the card on top of our deck with the Scry. Probably tomorrow. I played the MOCS and stuff today, so. Well, so we could just be dead next turn? If he gets the Colony Heart off, do they come into play tapped or untapped? 2 basic lands tapped. So 2 basic land tapped don't matter, right? It's a mountain with that. I guess it matters if he has a Prismatic Omen. But if we cast a Reclamation Sage, he gets an extra turn regardless, so. Guess it's better just to put the Titan on the table. Especially if the follow-up Titan. Valakut, Valakut. Yeah, I like the approach pretty good. I streamed it yesterday, but unfortunately yesterday I got talked into also streaming the Commander Challenge, and there was just so much dead air between the Commander Challenge and between the Commander Daily, sorry, the Commander Challenge, the Commander League, and the Standard League that it felt like, just felt like there was too much dead air to post it. So the modern events are a little bit faster, so there'll be a modern event posted today and tomorrow, and then back to approach for most of next week. So I think we're fine here. If we wasn't before, we are now. Opponent has to be dead, right? So we're going to get 2 more lands. We just get 2 Valakuts and then cast the other Primeval Titan. That does 24. If we get 1 Valakut, we get 9, 18, 27. So a Valakut in a mountain's more damage. What do you do? Tapped. Alright. So whichever one I use wins. I knew I was lethal about a number of different ways, but Didn't know if there was any way to play around things. Let's go ahead and pop up the list. For those in the chat, you can type !deck list and find the chat, or you can click in the links below on the Twitter to find a link to my Twitter to see all the deck lists I play and every time I go live, and a link to the YouTube. If you're watching from the YouTube, all of the links to the deck list to Twitter and to Twitch are all in the description. We mostly play standard in this channel, but the Ilmo CS this weekend was modern, so we borrowed a deck and we played one modern league yesterday, the Ilmo CS today, and we're gonna play this one last modern league before we give him his deck back. Have to thank the Green Badger 5 here. He's the guy who loaned us the deck this weekend. We did horrible in the Ilmo CS, by the way, but that's fine. I mean, we've got paired versus Amir and lost. That's going to happen. We got paired versus Storm. That match just doesn't feel winnable. We got paired versus Grixis Death Shadow, which had either average or slightly above average draws, depending upon who you ask. And I think the match is pretty close anyway. I don't think it's a blowout one way or the other. I think this is real good versus like the 4 and 5 color Shadow decks, but I don't think it's. I think it's kind of a coin flip versus the Grixis. Things I figured out in what little time I played this deck, and I would like to point out that that is not much, is I absolutely love Prismatic Omen. This card's insane. There's no chance I would play Scapeshift ever without 2 of these. I think there's arguments to be made for 3, but like I've saw a lot of Scapeshift decks playing between 0 and 1. I definitely want to. It's been the most impressive card in the deck for me. I have 0 payoff cards, but it feels like this is a keep anyway. Steam Vents and Serum Visions. Alright, he could still be Jeskai Control, which we have some chance versus Jeskai Control. If it's Storm, we have to get incredibly lucky, I think. But yeah, we'll go back to approach tomorrow. Pluto Delta. Alright, well, we have some chance to beat this type of deck. Looks like he's tutoring bunches and bunches. Or oodles and boodles. Let's save the Tribe Elder because it's the one I'd rather try to block with. The Grixis Shadow opponent who didn't play a discard spell on us. He's down to 12 already. By the way, thanks for stopping by, J-Bob. And the Executor. Also, thank you for following Unknown by Title, Marco, QWERTY, ASDF, ADC. I have no idea what Starcade is, but apparently there's a marathon on right now of it. Thank you for telling me, Twitch chats. Or not Twitch chats, but Magic Online's. Or fuck, my email. God dang. I'm supposed to stop cursing too. So cast this thing. Grab random mountain. There's a Primeval Titan. That's a kind of big game if it resolves. kind of a big game if it resolves. Might be the biggest of games if it resolves. Don't you dare attack my tribe elder, you evil, evil man. I wanted to block with that thing. Just rude. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So a Farseek doesn't do anything. So I like to pay 2. No. But I like to try to kill this thing. Okay. Why, yes, we would like to try to kill his Death Shadow. Grab us a Valakut and a Cinderglade here. And we'll kill this thing. We don't need our Primeval Titan to win, and we wasn't lethal that turn, so doing damage to him didn't do anything. But he's pretty close. He's just dead to the Farseek, and he has to kill the Primeval Titan. He's technically dead to the Wooded Hills by itself if we draw a Prismatic Omen. But yeah. Our opponent drew incredibly bad. No discard spells. No other removal spells. I don't really know what they're kept. The Great Stag Stable. Probably worse than Champion Colossus or Chameleon Colossus or whatever the hell it's called. It's probably just worse than that. This seems better than my bad cards. These seem fine. What cards don't seem good? Lightning Bolt doesn't seem good versus them. Does some things, but not enough things. These actually seem okay here too, right? Our Promise is like a whole lot of mana for not much payoff. I don't think I want this many Scapeshifts versus the Stubborn Denial deck either. What's better than Scapeshift? Probably Chalice. Chalice on 1's extremely good versus this deck. Yeah, I don't think I want all 4 Scapeshift versus the Stubborn Denial deck. You guys can listen to me try to bumble my way through a format that I don't really understand. It's the best. So we really don't know what we're doing here. We're just like kind of casting spells and feeling good about ourselves. Oh, we liked it better when you were tapping that for blue mana. Don't you dare take any of my 3 cards. I want them all. Well, this costs 3 cents. A Chameleon Colossus costs $20. And they did the same thing this game. Yeah, whatever. I'll take life. They did the same thing. So I saved like $19.97 because smart. Alright. This looks to be a Death Shadow on turn 2. Maybe more than a Death Shadow on turn 2. Who knows? Don't you have a removal spell? We would like to block at least once. So are we just dead at this point? Guess he could have nothing else. As unlikely as that seems. Rip. The Explorer that resolved would be sweet here. That's probably not very good here at all. Okay. Getting better. All we have to do is find a way to live 17 more turns, and then we got him. We got him right where we want him. Well, I would have said that card was bad, but that card makes your guys 5/5s. Now any fetch land is a 2-turn clock. Rip. 2-turn clock anyway. What are our outs here? I mean, I know we have some. I just don't know what they all are off the top of my head. Like a Farseek's good enough to win? Oh no, the deck list I'm using actually runs the one we're using, but I was just saying. All right, well that's technically lethal, right? I wonder if it'll resolve. The odds of this card resolving are next to none, right? No stubborn denial? Huh. So they could be playing Mana Leak. Some of these builds play Mana Leak. Which means what? Means I just take the Tribe Elder? Play the other Valakut, sack it and deal 6 to him? Sure. So this beats Mana Leak. Seems like the right play. I know some of the Death Shadow decks have Mana Leaks in the sideboard. Like the one I was watching in the Ilmo CS that Rudy was streaming earlier had Mana Leak in the sideboard. Well, we've resolved the pity chest. I apologize, by the way, guys, if I sound like a total idiot when I play Modern. I play very little Modern, and I watch very little Modern, so, like, I am as newbie as it can come when it comes to playing Modern. Like, it would be hard for there to be a worse Modern player out there than me. I guess that's half the fun of streaming, though. You can, like, tell me that I'm an idiot. Telling me that I'm an idiot's a good thing. Modern events go fast. We're at the 24-minute mark. When we play Blue-White Approach, a league takes us approximately 2 hours. This Modern league is going to take us like 45 minutes at worst, but probably closer to like 40. That's kind of cool, especially considering I'm talking and being confused. I'm just going to stream Modern for now on. Screw Standard. Yeah, we have no lands. We again have no green lands. I think it's another ship. At least our opponent. Alright, this hand looks great. So we'll keep. Our opponent kept on 6. We do not want another lightning bolt. I don't even know if I want the lightning bolts in the main deck. The lightning bolts probably have to be in the main deck, but that doesn't mean I like them. They're the card that I've used the least in the entire deck. Hey, it's some dirtly green deck. We're good versus dirtly green decks, right? Probably not good versus Value Town. It's got like a lot of land destruction spells in it. No, elves, that's probably bad for us too. We do have 2 angers in the sideboard. I feel like it should have 3 probably between the main and side. So 2 feels a little on the thin side. I think I have to kill that thing. Can't cast our Titan next turn, but I think killing that thing's more important. Elfie, Elfie. I guess that one blocks. Has to get a basic land so I can get a basic mountain. Oh, I can't get a basic mountain, but I can get any forest apparently. Probably better describe this. We get it active on the same turn regardless. Like, tapping it for 3 doesn't do anything next turn. We have no 3 mana spells in the deck we'd want to cast. Other than exactly Wood Elf, which we already have in play. Could be in rough shape here, depending on what our opponent hits with Coco and or has in hand. He's got 5 cards, so I'm just going to assume he's got a Coco of some kind. I guess we get 2 Valakuts with this. Get 1 Valakut and a mountain and like kill one of those. That could be fine too. Yeah, killing his elf's probably better because of like the Eldrazian friends. No, not Eldrazian friends. The Azuri renegade thingy. And Elvis Chartreuse, so it gives him significantly less land. Also doesn't let us actually kill him next turn, though. But I think if we can clean up the board, we're fine, too. That's a Heritage Druid. It's a good card, but... Alright, well, there's a Devoted Druid. Always yield to trigger, always yes to trigger. Hopefully we're not just dead. I do like Elves Coco. I might try to pick up the rest of the cards for that deck. So I can just die to a bunch of Anger to Gods all the time. Opponent has like a million mana now, though. I don't even want to count how many mana they could potentially have. It's just a million. Draw a Scapeshift and just win. Yeah, That's 3. 4. It's feeling like we're not dead this turn, I guess. 5. Court of Calling for 2. What are you Court of Calling for 2? Oh, Visor. So now you have infinite mana. Sure. Alright, so opponent has infinite mana, but they've not showed us an Azuri or anything, so... Like, we can't concede till we see at least one more card, right? Because infinite mana doesn't win. Okay, now we can concede. Azuri gives trample, right? Let me make sure Azuri gives trample. Pretty sure it gives like +2/+2 in trample. +3/+3 in trample? Okay, gotcha. Alright, so we are in fact dead then. Okay. Well, we'll bring in this thing. We'll bring in this thing. Don't think those are good enough. Don't think any of this does anything. Yes, these can kill combo pieces, so maybe they're okay. Yeah, fine with that. I don't really want relics. I'm not going to bring relics in just to stop an Eternal Witness. Not going to bring an Obstinate Baloth in because I don't think the game comes down to me ever being able to attack further creatures without trample. But I could be wrong. If anybody has more experience with the deck, please just tell me I'm wrong and tell me what to do. This hand seems incredibly slow, but I guess it's a keep. I might be overvaluing the Lightning Bolt. The Lightning Bolt might not be actually good enough to make a weak hand to keep. Primeval Titan and a Summoning Pact aren't particularly good in the hand. And neither of them probably come into play to try to win the majority of games versus their deck. Probably just overvaluing the Lightning Bolt. We have no 4-drops in the deck, so I guess I probably don't cycle this. It's only punished by Explorer. Then again, getting 1 block probably doesn't do anything either. So maybe I'm supposed to just Finn. Finn, Haven. If I was going to Finn, I could just press F6. Pressing F6 is sweet. Yeah, pressing F6 is sweet. Summoner's Pact for like a Shakira Tribe Elder or something? Is that even worth it? Not doing anything of our mana next turn anyway. Sure. Seems like a blatant waste of my mana. Could just be dead though, because combo deck. Everybody's quiet today. Aren't they just loving watching the elves crush me? Hey, Total MTG's streaming. 6 people. Alright. Looks like it's a chord. Well, what can you do if it's infinite mana? Doesn't have to show me very many cards for me to concede to this. Let's just go ahead and always yield to this for him. That's fair. That's what I'll be doing very, very soon. Because I have to imagine that we're just dead. He can show me about 1,000,000 cards when we scoop here. We scooped Eternal Witness. We scooped Zuri. There's a good chance that we scooped like a Walking Ballista. We don't scoop to that one. Alright, well, we keep playing. That one doesn't beat us. That one doesn't beat us. That one doesn't beat us. Well, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. We have outs. They could just like not draw something. We can beat them drawing poorly. What else can we beat? We can beat... We can just draw a Westvale Abbey. We can beat Westvale. No, we can't, can we? Nope, don't think we can beat Westvale Abbey. Well, he goes to 27, so if we draw exactly Prismatic Omen, we get 4 Valakuts that do 6. So yeah, we can beat Westvale Abbey. We have exactly 1 turn to draw Prismatic Omen, and he'll not have his last card not be an answer. It'd be pretty sweet if it happened. One time Prismatic Omen for Daddy. Have to get a green source for this. You can do it, deck. Give us one of our 2 outs. Not it. And that doesn't win, does it? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the most damage we can deal is 18. That I can think of off the top of my head anyway. Yep, 18 seems like it. Alright, well, we died. We had outs, though. Having outs is fun. Rip. Don't be the next card, I'll be sad. Alright, wasn't the next card. Anyway, that's going to do it for me today. We don't have very many viewers. There's tons of other people playing. I'm borrowing the deck. I want to get it back to the person it owns or belongs to, so I'm going to host my buddy Total MTG. He's got a pretty good Twitch chat, and he's got a great YouTube channel, so go check him out. And thanks for watching, everybody.